let's make lemonade. Okay, let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go! Six! It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Happy Tuesday. Remember, the weather's been pretty darn nice. Ross slept with the windows open last night. You're going to look out at your car and go, man, that's kind of dirty. It's kind of grimy. Shake off that winter grime with get your ride cleaned up and refreshed with Willis Automotive Detailing. They'll get your car nice and cleaned up. Start that journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watch it on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Also, give the video a like, leave your comments in the comments section, and you can follow us on our social media channels. And call the show at 515-517-2303. I got to play engineer this morning, Ross. I fixed the phone line.
Nice.
I found out what was wrong.
Very cool. So we might hear from Derek today, just to warn everybody.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he called yesterday. We heard from Derek yesterday. He didn't hear from us.
Yes.
That's how that played out.
It works out, and but apparently I have it fixed. Ross and I did a test 1 2 3, a test 1 2 3. At first, it didn't work, and I said, "Let me try something." Made a little adjustment on the laptop. Boom! You're like, I can hear you. Good to go.
That's how it went.
It is. How was your Monday?
It's all right. Busy. Yeah, I had one of those weird mornings. I couldn't get going yesterday. You know what I mean? You ever have those days where you just like.
You're not one of these guys that blames daylight savings time, are you?
Oh God, no. I don't. I hate daylight savings time. I wish that we stayed in where we are right now. I think that this should be normal time. But I don't blame it. No. I had nothing to do with that because I do this I do this once a month. You know what I mean? Do you have to just wake up and it wasn't that I wasn't feeling. I didn't feel sick. I just could not. I had to do dishes. I had to do laundry.
And you just look at it and go,
yeah. I just feel gray. So at some point I got up and started moving around, went on a walk, and got the day going.
Sometimes I think, going on vacation, which is nice. I love going on vacation, but it's the getting back into the routine. You're just a little bit out of sync. You're like, God, I still wish I was walking the streets of Florence instead of, driving to work and having to do that. Then I had to deal with my mortality yesterday. Not really mortality, but the sure sign that I'm getting old. And I didn't say this on the air yesterday, but Abigail turned 30 yesterday, and when one of your kids reaches a milestone, and somebody asked me, I was emceeing an event last night, and they go, "What made you feel older, becoming a grandfather or your daughter turning 30?" And I said, my daughter turning 30 made me feel a lot older than being a grandfather, and I don't know why that is, but it's just. Because you look back on your own life and you realize what significant that number is, and you're like, "Oh, I'm old. I'm old."
Watched some World Baseball Classic last night.
Did you? I was actually, I have that on the rundown. So let's just dive into that because I was watching a little of the World Baseball Classic in the airport in Chicago last Friday night, and. I've never been one. You've preached to me for years that you love the World Baseball Classic. I haven't gotten into it. Now, the players last night, which the United States beat Mexico 5-3, said the atmosphere in Houston was incredible. There was 41,000 people last night, mostly a pro-Mexican crowd.
Yep.
But they were like, the atmosphere for baseball this early is incredible. And I still can't get into it.
Yeah, you're not going to. And I think part of that, Travis, is that it was Mexico. That there's a lot of fans that were able to, celebrate their home country in their town last night.
Which is
and
cool.
Very cool. Very cool. And that's why you got 41,000 passionate people there, and it brought that atmosphere in March to a baseball game. So I don't blame you. And that's why they don't play that game at Wrigley. It ain't just weather. It'd be a different game if it were played in, name a place. If we played Canada in Toronto, be a different feel.
Where are they play? Where's the World Baseball Classic spread out? I know they played in Houston last night. I would assume that's all pretty in the South to make sure that you get decent weather.
You mean here in the States, right?
Yes. Are they playing anywhere else? They're not playing anywhere else. Are they playing in Puerto Rico? Are they playing in Panama?
I don't know. Efforting. Oh yeah, playing in San Juan, Puerto Rico,
Okay.
playing in Tokyo, Japan, Miami, and Houston are the 4 host locations. Miami, Houston, San Juan, and Tokyo.
Aaron Judge went long last night. He had a 2-run homer. Paul Skeens pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 7. Not a bad 4-inning outing when you're striking out 7, giving up a hit.
Nice to get 4 innings. Did you see? You said you watched the game. What over the not over the weekend, but you were in the airport.
I was in the airport on Friday night. I was watching Panama and Puerto Rico. I think.
Okay. I thought maybe you were watching the U.S. Okay, all right.
No.
All right.
Do you think this is better for baseball to build momentum towards the regular season than spring training?
Oh, that's a good question. Rather than you're saying they could kind of flop those and have spring training be early. I think, Travis, the problem with that is you don't have all of the players playing in the World Baseball Classic. And so it would be like it would almost be like an all-star break. You know what I mean? You'd get guys ready. So I think for the rest of the league, probably not a good thing. I like the way they do this, kind of running it congruent with each other. I don't mind it at all. It primes the pump a little bit.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I mean is is it better for the average fan to see a packed stadium in Houston with the colors of the red, white, and blue, and you've got essentially an all-star team, right? I mean, of American players, of Mexican players, of Puerto Rican players. You have you have the best of the best playing together, or what is perceived the best of the best, and gives a little bit more. It means more than a spring training game, because you lose a spring training game, you're like, oh, we still got the regular season. It means absolutely nothing. Here you're playing for something,
and fans feel the pride. I mean, the playing for something. If I go to a Cubs game, let's play, the Yankees are my favorite team. If I go to a Yankees spring training game, I mean, I want them to win, but I'm not. If I go to a Yankees game in June, I want them to win. If I go to a Yankees game in September, oh man, I'm dying for them to win. In the World Baseball Classic, it's a shorter, there's more. Yeah, it's pressed together.
I'll give Major League Baseball credit. I mean, I've been poo-pooing this for years, but I think the more they stick with it, the more they do it, the better it's going to get, and the more popular it's going to get.
I totally
agree. See what 515-517-2303. Let's go to the phones. Let's hope this works. I think it works, but Coach Hersom, welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. What's going on, Coach? Long time no talk.
Well, I can hear you guys, so I hope you can hear me.
Yep.
Yes, you can.
So the World Baseball Classic actually has a little bit of a spring training aspect to it, too. Usually about once a year, I got a buddy who's got a birthday on March 3rd, and we usually go down for an extended weekend. He's got a place his parents live down in Glendale, at least through the winter months. And we go to few spring training games. And a couple of years ago, and probably more like 5, we went and watched Puerto Rico play the Colorado Rockies at Talking Stick. And, of course, had really good seats. We were down just off the third base dug line. And one of the things that was we thought was funny, Javi Baez playing shortstop and Yadier Molina's playing catcher. And, of course, you got a Cub and a Cardinal. But just listening to them talk, one guy hit the ball. There's a guy on first, hit the ball at Baez, and Yachty kind of runs out a little bit and uno, uno, uno. Thought that was funny just because they're talking to their native language then. So
I've never been to a spring training game, Coach. I've never been down there, so that it seems like something fun. I think what you're describing there is it's intimate enough that you can hear hear the players.
Do you got us?
Must be. Yeah, I got you now.
All right. Ross has said he'd never been to a spring training game.
Really? It is a big time money draw I've never been to Florida. Always go to the Cactus League. But usually we go down there for an extended weekend, and sometimes we'll hit 2 games in a day. Just kind of depends on how it goes, but fun. It's a fun time down there.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thanks for checking in, Coach. See you, bud.
Yep.
I've been to spring training once. I think it was 1993. And I went to the Milwaukee Brewers spring training for WAOW TV in Wausau, Wisconsin. And me and the news director, it's funny how the news director is like, hey, do you want to go to spring training and cover the Brewers? I'm like, sure. Yeah, we'll go. He goes, well, I'm going to be your cameraman. Instead of sending another cameraman, he's like, well, I'm going to go to Phoenix with you. I sat down. I got to interview Bob Uecker at that spring training camp. I got to interview Robin Yount. So that was pretty cool. They were playing in Chandler at the time. I don't know if they're still in Chandler or not, but that's the only time I got to go to spring training was in who else? Sal Bando was the general manager. I interviewed Sal Bando.
How about Teddy Hagura? Did you get to interview Teddy Hagura?
Would he been playing in 1992, 1993 for the Brewers?
He would have been there. He'd have been their star. He'd have been their stud ace in 93. Well, the Brewers didn't have a lot in the early 90s.
Yeah, I'm trying
Molitor went to the Twins, and
would that have been like the first year without Paul Molitor?
Let's look at the 1990s.
Yeah, give me the 1992 Milwaukee Brewers. Here's a rabbit hole. Yeah, let's say 1993. Let's say 1993. Okay, all right. Here's a rabbit hole we did not think we were going to go down.
I did. It did the Bucks roster. I really don't. I bet we can't name anybody on that. Remember Frank Burkowski? Let's see. 93 Brewers roster. This could be fun. Phil Garner was their manager. You're right. Sal Bando, the general manager.
I interviewed Phil Garner, and Phil Garner was a hero to me because I was a Pittsburgh Pirates fan growing up, and I got to interview Phil Garner. Remember the mustache of Phil Garner? Remember he had the mustache?
All right, here we go. You got former Rookie of the Year and former Iowa Cubs manager Pat Listash.
Wow.
He was the shortstop for that team. B.J. Surhoff was their third baseman.
Yep, I remember interviewing B.J. Surhoff.
How about Greg Vaughn?
Oh, I don't remember interviewing Greg Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn was built like a brick. All right, then in the their bench had some years on him. Cal Eldred, former Iowa Hawkeye, was on that team. I don't see Teddy Hagura. Cal Eldred was their star. Jaime Navarro, Ricky Bones. Here's a fun one. Graham Lloyd was on that team. Graham Lloyd was a 26-year-old lefty at that time. Graham Lloyd was from Australia. He was one of the first, if not the first-born Australian-born players. Okay, he ended up playing for the Yankees, and then the Yankees traded him to Toronto with Homer Bush in a deal that ended up allowing room for Roger Clemens to come to the Yankees. Okay, but Graham Lloyd's mom dies. She's in America to watch him play baseball. She's in Canada, in Toronto, to watch him die, to watch him play, and to watch him die. And she passes away in Canada. They have to fly the body back to Australia, which is ridiculously expensive to fly a dead body. George Steinbrenner arranged for Graham Lloyd's mom to be flown back home to be buried in Australia. So he was a dick, but he also did some nice things.
So he had a heart after all.
Yeah, there you go. Mike Boddicker. Teddy Hagura was on that team, but he was way past his prime. He was 35 years old by that point. I was right.
Think about that. You're saying way past his prime at age 35, and today would we say that? Would we say way past your prime at age 35 today?
You wouldn't be in the league. I mean, there are very few guys that are in the league at that age now.
And if my memory serves me correct, in 1993, the Brewers still would have been an American League team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. There's your 1993. So I've also got an Iditarod update. Did you want to get in?
Wow.
While we're talking 1993 Brewers,
They're mushing up in Anchorage right now.
I am half kidding, but they are mushing. They just got started. I read a funny article about it though, Trav. I thought that you would find this. I hope you found this as funny as I did. The article went back and was kind of going like through the history of the Iditarod, because every year they have to write an article of like nobody ever knows what this is, and maybe people don't know what it is. It's a dog race. It's a dog mushing race across Alaska. It's got an amazing history of them actually trying to save people in the town of Nome and getting medicine to them. But then they decided in 1973 that they would actually have a race and do the thing, right? And see who could do it the fastest. Well,
hold on. You just actually surprised me. Here, I would have thought, because of the nature of the Iditarod, that it would have been one of these. You learn something every day. So I look at it as March 10th, 2026. I just learned the Iditarod has just been around since 1973.
Yeah.
I would have thought this been like from 1852. You know, it just sounds like one of those things that had been around for hundreds of years.
Nope, started in 1973. The first one had 34 people start and only 22 finished. The guy that won it, his name was Dick Wilmarth. And you'd think, man, you won the first Iditarod. How many did he win? None, or only one. It's the only one he ever ran. And when they asked him, hey, why did you only do it once? His answer was, because I won. I like Dick. Oh, wait. I mean, I like
else do I need to prove?
I like that quote. Because I won. Why go back? What do I got to prove?
Because I risk losing if I go back. I can go out on top. You know, the game says it pretty good. He goes, it's fun to watch meaningful baseball this early in the year. It might be the only time I cheer for Aaron Judge or Bryce Harper, and I still love watching Schwarber hit. So here's a chance to where you go, okay, I can put my devotion and team stuff aside and root for an Aaron Judge because he's wearing the colors. I never thought of it.
Wearing my laundry. He's wearing my laundry, and I can root for him if he's wearing my laundry. But that's a good way to put it. And the reason I brought up the game that you saw in the airport, I was hoping that you had maybe seen the Schwarber home run, because it is fun to watch Kyle Schwarber. I mean, that dude swings. He's trying to hit a ball to the moon every time he unloads. And it's kind of cool. And sometimes he does.
Who won the Cy Young last year? Did you see, like, he pitched in the first game and now he's going back to spring training? Because he's an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. And his deal was, and I forget, Tariq something, whoever won the...
I'll find out here who we're talking about here.
But he played in one game, and that was his deal. He was going to pitch in one game and then go back to spring training. And he was having conflicted feelings because he's like, oh, I got to be part of this team. You start to realize you're maybe part of something bigger than yourself. And he's like, do I want to go back? Do I want to go back? He eventually went back to the Tigers, but it was not an easy decision.
I don't blame him. That's what you're doing this for pride. Doing this to get ready for the season. I have no fault. Don't blame him at all. I wouldn't. And I think it is different for the pitchers too than the position players. You've got to get into a routine. You've got to start settling into something that's a little bit more consistent. Like Skeens last night. It's great to see him go out there and get 4 innings, right? Is that what he'd be doing if he were throwing for Pittsburgh rather than the U.S.? If he were pitching against, Colorado's B squad rather than Mexico, would he be putting out different effort? Here's what I think. I think that they would be able to monitor it a lot better. I think that the Tigers will be able to monitor that 70%, 80%, 90%. Load it up and get ready for the beginning of the season. So I don't blame him.
That's a good point. You wonder if Major League Baseball teams worry. Well, of course they're worried about injuries, right? I mean, the last thing you want is one of your star players to get injured during the World Baseball Classic because you'd be like,
and it's happened.
But as they keep going through this, they're 3-0 now. They play Italy next. As you start moving up into pool play, get into the quarterfinals, semifinals, or finals, or whatever, the level of intensity is going to be. You're going to be like, okay, we're playing for real here, right?
I think that you watching yesterday, I don't know that the intensity gets much better, much higher. They're already competitive. They already want to win. They're already out there against the other guys that are really good, especially once you get towards the end of this thing. So, will it ramp up? I don't know. I don't know that it's not the World Series.
That's fair. But is it close? Well, no, it's not. It's
no.
you cut me off quick.
Yeah. You know, do they want to win? Yes. Will they want to win the finals just like they wanted to win against Mexico? Yeah, absolutely. They're competitors. But I can't blame the Tigers. I can't blame a player for saying, all right, this has been fun. I got to go do the thing that they pay me millions of dollars for.
I mean, we're hoping for a Team USA versus Japan final, right? Isn't that what we're hoping for?
That's what we've been getting.
I know Ichiro went yard the other day.
The Ohtani versus Trout matchup that ended the last World Baseball Classic.
Never thought we'd spend a half hour talking about World Baseball Classic, but it actually was kind of fun.
And I didn't see it. Rosenthal apparently reported this last night, and thank you, the game, for keeping us up to date on this. That rejoining the team, if they make it in Miami, but as a fan, because I was going to ask that question to you. I'm glad. Thanks, the game. That's the question I was going to ask Trav. If they get that far, do you think he says, "Hey, I could throw again"? God, arms loose.
I can go one inning. What's one inning? I'm still, man, when I was in Little League, I pitched every single day.
Tyler asked for clarification there. Did you say Ichiro played?
No, I meant not
Ohtani.
Ohtani. Sorry. Got my Japanese baseball players mixed up. I apologize.
Now, if we could get an old-timers game, Robin Yount and Ichiro, yeah.
I bet Ichiro could still hit.
I guarantee you Ichiro can still do all of it.
Guarantee it. 100%. Man. I got a busy day. I gotta go to Kearney, Nebraska again today. So right after the show, I got to drive 3 hours, spend 4 hours there, drive 3 hours back. Feel sorry for me? I bet you don't.
I don't mind driving. I mean, 3 hours is a haul. 3 hours. 3 hours is a long drive, but no, nobody's feeling sorry for you. You're all right. You'll make it. Listen to the radio. Listen to some podcasts. There's a lot of world news to catch up on.
I can't because I don't have a phone.
You aren't going to have a phone. You didn't get it. Oh, that's right. They had that. Dude, there's several things about that are strange to me.
Okay.
Because why couldn't you just get a new? You had to have it. You had to, and they couldn't overnight it to you.
No, so it got in the mail yesterday because it happened over the weekend. So they didn't overnight it over the weekend, and then it's supposed to be delivered by FedEx between today and the 13th. And the reason a lot of people go, why didn't you just go to the store? I didn't buy my phone through the store. I bought an unlocked phone through Google Direct.
Yes, his jailbroke CIA phone has to. He can't. You don't get those from the store, folks. Come on. Nobody thought it was weird that you were out of the country when World War III started, by the way. Nobody.
Yeah, you dropped that text on me. You're like, where you been? What have you been doing?
With your fake backgrounds whenever we're videoing with you.
They weren't fake. They were real.
Oh, look at the hills. Look at the vineyards. Okay.
Listen, I know Eli's getting ready to travel to Fiji.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get to, and I'm kind of worried about Greta because she's got to travel home on Thursday. TSA line, they're telling you to get to the airport like 4 hours in advance now because TSA lines are so long. So just be ready for that.
All right.
Be ready for that.
I'll get ready for that. Okay.
Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. You know, when hunger hits you and you're craving something satisfying, head to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers in the heart of Dogtown. Known for stacked juicy burgers, crispy fries, delicious flatbreads, and ice-cold beer. It's perfect stop for lunch with coworkers or dinner with friends. Catch a game, relax after work, or settle for a casual night where food is big and the vibe is always welcoming. With rotating burger features and classic favorites that always hit the spot, Lucky Horse delivers the kind of meal you'll be thinking about long after you leave. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Come hungry, leave happy. 515-517-2303. That's the number to call if you want to have a conversation with Ross and myself. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here at Willis Infinity, we love spring. Flowers blooming, birds chirping, and potholes. Wait, we don't love potholes. Hitting potholes can cause all sorts of alignment issues and tire damage. For the month of March, we're offering a pothole special that includes 20% off mountain balance, rotate, and alignment. Schedule your appointment online at willisinfinity.com or stop in today.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hey, Hey, don't forget, when you're looking for a loan for the new house you're going to buy from Ross Peterson in Agency, Iowa, call Gary Presnall with Northwest Bank. He's been financing residential homes for 25 years. He offers VA, FHA, IFA, first-time buyer loans, and conventional and new construction loans. And all approvals are done locally by Northwest Bank. Gary can get your loan approved in 30 minutes or less, and it can happen after hours, during the week, or on weekends. Gary has been the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker for the past 8 years. Give him a call at 515-975-6767. Ross, this warms my heart. Burger McChick, love the names we have on our chat. Says, watch the Keith Mondillo videos yesterday. His focus is on recruiting, but a great source for what's happening in college athletics.
Yeah.
Great get, fellas. And you woke up this morning and you were like, hey, I went down more of the rabbit hole that he has. Just to let everybody know, I put up the interview all separate yesterday, so I separated it out. It's on our YouTube page. It's on our Twitter page. It's on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn page. But Keith he's a smart dude. Smart dude.
And he's got a great presentation. It's very just calm and informative. Not a lot of opinion, but when he gives opinion, it's strong opinion, and he backs it up with here's my background, and he tells you I'm at the D3 level, so I see this on at a different level than everybody else. But I've been behind the scenes and in those closed door meetings, and it's really, really fascinating stuff. The one I was watching this morning was about the Louisville stuff, and I kind of alluded to that yesterday because he's in the middle of I think it's a 3 or 4 part series about Louisville and some of the things that are happening inside the financials there. But it's just if you missed any of that, go back and watch it. If you're looking for, and they're not long, they're not hour-long presentations. Some of them are 14, 15 minutes, some are 7 minutes, and he just kind of goes into, hey, here's something you should know about, here's how this is working behind the scenes, here's what my opinion is on what's happening or what's going to happen. And by the way, he's been really good.
You know,
really.
The crazy thing about Keith is sometimes we like just good opinions, right? I mean, just throw out a bit. But you're right about his delivery in that it's like he's delivering the news. He's like he's Walter Cronkite of college sports right now. He lays out the facts, and he doesn't tell you what to think. But when he lays out the facts, you go, oh, you're able to draw your own conclusion of how messed up of a system the NCAA really is working in these Power 5 schools. And really not just Power 5. And the trickle-down effect, I know people don't like the term trickle-down, but it's going to trickle down to Division 2. It's going to trickle down to Division 3.
What do you mean people don't like the term trickle down?
Well, because it reminds them of the Reagan era and
oh God,
and trickle down economics, Ross.
Okay,
don't mean to get political, but yeah, I mean he lays out the facts, and you go, oh, and the Louisville one is fascinating because that white paper that he describes was actually written by the athletics director, the board of trustees president, and the school president. And you're like, oh, they're saying it's not sustainable. And now they're taking out $25 million lines of credit. What'd they say? Their reserves went from like $34 million to $3 million or something like that.
Yeah, it was around those numbers. I think you got those right.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's safe to say, and Keith wrote us after the show yesterday that he'll be back on again at some time because something's going to happen. Something's going to happen in the world of college athletics where his knowledge and expertise will be good to listen to. If you didn't listen to him, you can find him on our YouTube page, and also subscribe to his channel because he has new videos that pop up. And he's not right. He really helps kids get recruited at the Division 3, Division 2 level, but he kind of ventured into this new territory, and that's kind of where he's making a name for himself. Yesterday, free agency opened up in the National Football League. And that was like a whirlwind, Ross. I mean, it was like boom, 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 boom. I mean, everything was just happening at once. Former Iowa Hawkeye Tyler Linderbaum is a rich dude today. And he was rich before. He's a lot richer. He signs a 3-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders at $81 million. $60 million of it is guaranteed, becoming the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history.
Crazy, isn't that? Very cool. Did you? And then when that news broke, Somebody retweeted, one of the Hawkeye beat writers or reporters retweeted the high school wrestling match between Linderbaum and Tristan Wirfs, and they said $50 million worth of salary in a high school wrestling match. That's amazing. Listen, more of it's going to happen today.
But from a local standpoint, I mean,
it's amazing. And you've got, I also saw one that three of the top five paid linemen in the league right now are from the state of Iowa, or at least have ties to the state of Iowa.
He's a 3-time straight Pro Bowler. The last Baltimore Raven to make 3 or more straight was Marshall Yanda. He made 6 straight with the Ravens. If you're Lamar Jackson, who's getting ready to renegotiate a contract, and you just got rid of a center, that's your glue, man. That is your glue. You had a guy that anchored your offensive line that helped you be second in the league in rushing at 156 yards a game. That's a lot in the National Football League. If you're Lamar Jackson right now, what are you thinking? And the Ravens didn't want to let him go. It was a financial decision. It was like he was going to cost $24 million, which would have made him $5 million more than the highest paid center in the league. And they're like, we're not going to hold on to you. We're not going to do your option.
If you're Lamar Jackson, your attitude is replace him. That's it. That's the attitude, is the next man up. You're not going to sit around and wallow about it. Did you want him? Yeah. Is he gone? Yep. Have you been through that before? He's not his first and only center he's had.
Might be his best center he's had.
Yeah. Yeah. Marshall Yanda had he would fish up in North Dakota at the same resort place, the same guide service that we used up in North Dakota at Devil's Lake. And we would be there a couple weeks after him. So heard a lot of cool things about him. Seriously, heard that he was a really great guy.
Credit the Raiders, I mean, for investing in an offensive lineman. Everybody goes after the quarterbacks or the wide receivers, or
they're going to go after a quarterback too.
And they went after a running back or a wide receiver yesterday too. But it does start with the offensive line. Look at the great teams in the National Football League. Look at the great teams in college football. It's all up front with the offensive line. And I'm sure Linderbaum's going, I'm going to the Raiders. I'm going to go to Nevada where they don't have state taxes. Okay. $60 million guaranteed. Again, a 3-year deal. So not a bad get. So congratulations to him. Lot of money. And I think it speaks to the Iowa program as well. Just the second time the Ravens haven't been able to sign a free agent after their first contract. So usually they're able to keep their guys around. Weren't able to keep him around. And Schefter broke that yesterday. Adam Schefter's like Mr. NFL. I saw a funny joke yesterday that breaking news, Adam Schefter's been hospitalized with carpal tunnel syndrome because he's typing so fast on his phone. I go, that's pretty good. I like that one. Tua's been released.
Tua, I like that you just bail on it, dude.
I'm just going to bail on
cares.
it.
It's Tua.
I blow it up every time. Dude.
I'm not going to have Tua know his name Tua much longer, huh? Zima. Sorry.
Dude, a $99.2 million dead money cap hit for the Dolphins. Now, they're officially going to release him, I think, on June 1st to spread the cap hit over 2 years. But that's the largest dead cap money hit in NFL history. They owe him $26 million this year. So he's signed a one-year contract with the Falcons, and the Dolphins have to pay him 26 minus whatever salary he gets from the Falcons. So Falcons could be like, will you take a $1 million deal? Will you take a $2 million deal? Come in cheap?
I have nothing to Tua. I was really rooting for Tua. I liked that story. I thought it was going to be, but man, the concussions, the way it almost became like a like I almost hated seeing him out there. It felt like it was punishment at some point.
You know, I was going to ask you, do you think he becomes a Sam Darnold story? Do you think he becomes a Baker Mayfield story?
That'd be great. I'd love it. And there's still time for that to happen, obviously. This happens with a lot of quarterbacks. Two good ones for you to pull there, Trav. That you don't have to go back very far, and both of those guys are busts. And then both those guys go from being busts. One of them's now a Super Bowl winner.
But I think the big thing you bring up that's probably been more evident with Tua would be the concussions.
Yeah.
And not saying that Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold haven't had concussions. They have. But Tua's are just they're so prevalent. I mean, the guy missed a number of games because of them.
Good word. I was going to say public, but I think prevalent's a better word for it. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up with him. But Dolphins going to pay him a lot of money not to be their quarterback. There's so much, Travis. Like the Linderbaum thing, like the only part that makes me kind of smile, my shitty little smirk, is the record deal. For now.
That's a good way to put it, because it's like, oh, you're going to pay Tyler Linderbaum that much money? You're going to pay me this much money?
It feels like every week. Record deal. The new highest paid of all time. And you're like, Tyler Linderbaum's fantastic. I'm not knocking that. And it's awesome that an Iowa kid is making that much money and gets the headlines like that. And that's really, really cool. I don't mean to knock that at all. The part of it that's funny, like I pulled up I think I closed it already. I had the article this morning from ESPN that was like, everything you need to know about the wild free agency. Because like you said, Trav, there's a tampering period. Seriously. But they even have an article. But there's like 3 different things in there about record deal. New record deal for a cornerback. New record deal for a center. And for now.
Yeah, well, you bring up a good point. Maybe we shouldn't call them record deals anymore. There's a new benchmark, right? The new benchmark is Tyler Linderbaum, 3 years, $81 million. That's the benchmark.
They are record deals. And I don't, but it just is, it's becoming, it gets watered down because it's constantly true.
Look at the A-Rod deal. Remember when he went to the Rangers? What was that? 200. Remember when they spent like $242 million on A-Rod?
10-year, $250 million. He's going to make $25 million a year. Now you have relief pitchers making $25 million a year.
I mean, Otani's making what? $600 million, something like that.
But remember, only he only makes like $4,000 this year or something like that.
Because it's deferred money.
Yeah. He's going to get taxes back. That's how little money Shohei Ohtani gets to claim these first couple of years. Berger, I like the way Berger says it. Setting the market. Tyler Linderbaum just set the new market for centers. He's the highest paid center.
And in 3 years, there will be a brand new market.
In 3 years. Trav.
Might be by the end of this free agency season.
Exactly. That's my point. I wish I could see. Now I can't even get back to the article that I had that was, kind of like everything you need to know from.
Well, you wonder you wonder how many agents out there are like, hey, telling their players, stay put for a second. Don't jump at the first thing that comes. Let somebody else set the market, and then we can come in and reset the market.
Trav, again, you got to remember, dude, all this stuff is happening at one time. I'm not saying you're not. I think that you're right a little bit, that there might be a little bit of an advantage, but all of these negotiations are like, that's why Adam Schefter gets the carpal tunnel. This has all been happening for weeks, not days. It didn't happen over the weekend. It's not like, the tampering period from the 9th to the 11th. Get out of here. So I think that thing that you say of, hey, sit tight, I think that was happening in February.
Hell, it may have been happening right after the season.
Right. And now there is not much more sit tight, but maybe we'll see. Like you said, the record deals will continue to happen. So you're right.
Sure, Beth Getz is making a phone call. Hey, now that you've signed a really big deal,
for cash, yeah.
Have you heard about the fund we have here for NIL?
The Now It's Legal Fund. I want to use that. I really like that one. What's your NIL? It's the Now It's Legal Fund. Just write a check.
Keith brought up a good thing yesterday. Can we just go back to the way it was? Just give them brown paper bags. I don't need to see it. I don't need to know about it. Just makes it a lot easier. Make the handoff, $100 handshakes, $10,000 handshakes. But it seems like...
Oh, go ahead. No. I was going to change subjects on you, so go ahead.
No, yeah, that's fine. I was going to change subject too, so I'll let you change the subject.
I've got two things that I want to ask you about. Number one was, we talked to you about this when you were in Italy. The Atlanta Hawks had that awesome promotion planned.
Magic City Night?
Magic City Night. They canceled it.
Oh.
They canceled it. They caved. NBA cancels highly anticipated Magic City Night for the Hawks after backlash from players.
Now, refresh my memory. Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta, right?
You needed no refreshing. Apparently, it's not just a strip club in Atlanta, Trav. Apparently, it's like a cultural icon.
Now, Casey says the NBA forced them to cancel it.
Okay, Casey. The NBA, when we read this story, I read it from NBA.com. The NBA might have forced them to cancel it. The NBA absolutely gave them the okay to put it on too. That's called Machiavellian. Adam Silver, while we appreciate the team's perspective and their desire to move forward, we have heard significant concerns from a broad array of league stakeholders, including fans, partners, and employees. It started when one of the players for who was it? Who was the dude that stepped up? It was the Spurs center, Luke Cornett. He didn't even have nothing to do with it. He's out there cock blocking. By the way, fans that pre-ordered Magic City sweatshirt merchandise will still receive it, but the apparel will not be sold at the upcoming game. Atlanta rapper T.I. will still perform at halftime. So they're still going to have the night. They just can't call it Magic City Night because boobies.
Still going to get your sweatshirt. If you'd like to pick it up at Magic City, we can arrange that too. You know who's laughing all the way to the bank? Because they're probably getting a refund on their sponsorship night.
Trav, I don't even think you're going to think I'm crazy. I don't think Magic City was invested in this at all. I think they're just the benefactor of this. Somebody in the promotion, because they wanted to do a cultural appreciation night, and they picked the freaking strip club. That's been here a long time. Everybody knows it.
It's an institution.
Think if you did that in Des Moines and you were like, all right, you got Anderson Erickson, you got the Cows. It's institution, right? Principal Financial. We got an institution. What's the other one? Big Earl's Gold Mine.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Of course I would be. What other institutions in Iowa could you use, like if you had a night in Iowa City or in Ames?
Can I read from you? Can I read from the article? This is from 11alive.com. I have no idea. It does not seem like satire. It seems like a news site from Atlanta. Okay. But I don't know that. This is so good, dude. All right. The celebration of the strip club is not. I'm sorry. I want to get to the punchline here. Soon after this post, former Hawk standout Al Horford, who played in Atlanta for a decade, took to social media saying that he agreed with Cornette that the Hawks should cancel Magic City Night. Silver added that canceling the promotion was the right decision for the broader NBA community. State Farm Arena was going to feature Magic City's famous lemon pepper wings at multiple concession stands throughout the game. Made extra famous by former Atlanta Hawk and South Gwinnett High School alum Lou Williams, who got in trouble during the COVID NBA bubble by going to Magic City to get the iconic wings, which earned him the infamous nickname Lemon Pepper Lou.
You went to Magic City? What for? Hey, that's like saying you read Playboy for the articles.
Yes. Lemon Pepper Lou. Why are they calling that? Because the wings. Where at? The Script Club. I love it. So anyway, not going to happen. How about this? And I know I'm since we only have a few minutes here, I'm going to rabbit hole on you for the rest of the hour here. Okay,
it's fine.
Did you see what happened in? And this is going to sound crazy that I've got marathon news. Two marathon news is actually North Korea had canceled their Pyongyang marathon because of Pyongyang. It's like one of the biggest marathons, and they canceled it at the last minute. And people are like, "Oh yeah, it's for safety concerns." But this happened in LA. The LA Marathon, which is
I'm still shocked North Korea has a sporting event we'd even know about.
Yeah. So I'll touch on that real quickly, okay? Because it is kind of funny, Trav, how when you look at pictures of this, all the stuff's in English. North Korea abruptly canceled the Pyongyang International Marathon, fueling speculation that the state is tightening internal control amid the mounting regional uncertainty surrounding the Iran war. Anyway, there's the first marathon news, not the one I wanted to talk about. The one that's way cooler. At the LA Marathon, there was literally a photo finish, Travis. After 26.2 miles, an American runner by the name of Nathan Martin, the video of this is freaking sweet, dude, because the camera, it's one of those it's a drone or helicopter that's following the race leaders, and as they near that final half mile, the guy that's leading the race is ahead by quite a long ways. Okay, it's I mean, got a several 100-yard lead going into the final half mile. And the American runner tracks down and dives at the finish line, has to do the sprinter's finish at the end of the marathon to win the LA Marathon. $10,000 bonus, by the way.
So one guy was cruising. Took it for granted.
I mean, had nothing left. There's nothing at 26.2 miles. It's not like, all right, dig deeper. The guy that finished his second, Travis, collapses at the line. Like, he needs medical attention. The dude that leans through the tape, he's obviously hit with adrenaline. But marathon ending with ending at the tape was pretty interesting.
Would you ever run a marathon?
Dude, come on. I don't want to run. A marathon?
I think of Tyler Kluver, and Kluv, when you come on you do all the crazy stuff when it comes to working out. Have you ever wanted to run a marathon? Kluv doesn't seem like he wants to run. Now he runs around the block, right? He talks about how he's going out and running around the block.
No, he's trying. You always say Kluver's trying to punish himself for something. I don't know what it is, but he's trying to. I could see him doing it. He's the type of guy that will eventually decide, you know what, I'm just going to start doing ultra marathons. I'm going to do the 100-mile marathon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty judgmental when it comes to runners. Like, there was somebody popped up on my Facebook page the other day, and she's like, I just finished my 30th marathon. Okay, if you would have said, hey, you did a marathon, like my buddy Todd Bailey, right? My buddy Todd Bailey, him and his wife did I think it was the Chicago Marathon. They trained for it, they did it, and they're like, okay, we're never doing that again. I'm like, okay, you did it just to say you did a marathon and got out of it. If you're doing 30 marathons, you're running from something. Because you got to train all the time for that.
Travis, that's why I think at that point, it's not even training. I think that you're almost, there's a different thing there. There's an undiagnosed thing. Maybe you're on the spectrum of some type. You're able to do this thing mentally that most people aren't able to do. You're able to disconnect from the pain and punishment and suck that most people feel. Your brain has this ability to go, okay, I'm done with that thought, and I'm just going to keep running.
Fire or Ice, a concert is nice. It's a promotion from the Iowa Lottery. Fire Sevens and Ice Sevens. Play it cool or play it hot. A concert experience is what they've got in the Iowa Lottery's prize zone. With Fire Sevens and Ice Sevens scratch tickets, you can enter non-winning tickets into your Iowa Lottery VIP club account for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets at a concert of your choice. Journey's going to be playing at Casey Center in Des Moines, and Luke Combs is going to be at Jack Trice Stadium in Ames. Both concerts are happening in April, and the Iowa Lottery has the VIP experience for both. Entry is open until 9:59 a.m. on March 16th. So if you're not a VIP club member, become one today at iowalottery.com/VIP. Hour in the books, hour to go. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
More Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
There's always something new at Fong's Pizza and an ever-changing menu of tiki drinks. Or try our new noodle dishes alongside your favorite slice. It's all happening at the new Fong's in the East Village.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Shake off winter damage to your vehicle with our spring pothole special. Harsh weather and rough roads can throw your vehicle out of alignment and wreak havoc on your tires and suspension. But we've got you covered. For a limited time, enjoy 20% off an alignment and tire rotate and balance service. Designed to restore smooth handling, extend tire life, and improve overall safety. Let us help you drive into spring with confidence, comfort, and savings. Visit us today at willischevy.com to schedule your appointment.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Infinity. Big offers on their most popular SUVs, the QX80 models, with up to $9,000 retail cash, plus financing as low as 0% for 36 months or 3.9% for 84. QX60 models with up to $6,000 off of the same great finance options. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and of course, leave your comments in the comment section. Follow us on our social media channels and call the show at 515-517-2303. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. Hello, buddy.
Do you have any old Sports Illustrateds laying around?
I don't. I was never a collector. Now, my old photographer, Pete McIntyre, great dude, he collected Sports Illustrateds for years, Ross. I mean, he would get the magazine, he'd put it right into, like a clear package to keep it safe. I mean, he would read it and then he would preserve it.
You still talk to Pete?
I do. It's on and off, but I know he's collected a bunch of them.
Might want to reach out to Pete. The 1983 Sports Illustrated with #1 North Carolina featured on the cover with a young Michael Jordan and Sam Perkins.
Okay.
Recently sold for $229,000.
Shut up.
$229,000. Graded at a 9.6, the Jordan Perkins UNC cover. Copy of the 1983 Sports Illustrated recently sold for $229,000. Trav, there was a Transformer toy that just sold for $133,000.
A Transformer toy?
Transformer toy. Yeah, a Megatron. But man, so your buddy Pete, as soon as he'd get the magazine, he'd read it, right?
Yeah.
And then he'd put it in the sleeve. For a magazine, I get it. For a toy,
you're supposed to play with the toy.
Keep it in the package for this. The toy was from 1984.
Can you imagine getting this toy and having to look at it in the box, going, I want to play with the Transformer?
Do you buy
the box?
Too? Do you think you do it where you're like, we're going to keep one for a souvenir, but we're going to get one so the kid can, I don't know. Anyway.
But what makes that Transformer toy any more important than any other Transformer toy?
Listen, this is why we got to get Jay on from JC and Hobby. He was telling me the other day about buying. I told you about this. He bought the wrestling collection. He bought a whole bunch of old classic wrestling figures. And then he was telling us about it. And he was like, yeah, he's like, one of the figures in there is worth like way more than all the others. And you'd never guess who it was. And it was some obscure wrestler, not an obscure wrestler, an obscure character that a famous wrestler had played. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what makes.
I mean, did they buy this in 1984 going, this is going to be the one?
I don't know. Maybe.
Aren't some of like those old McDonald's toys that you got like out of the drive-thru, aren't those worth money too?
You're telling me if I'd have kept my California raisins?
Yeah. I've always thought, because I've never seen it before, when I was growing up, my mom got me, and it was brilliant marketing by McDonald's, but it was a toy that I had when I was really young, and it was a McDonald's store, right? You could, with all the characters.
Oh, yeah.
And you could act like, do you?
That's at my dad's house. I saw that. Yeah, it's got a little sliding tray where you put the food on it and goes from the kitchen out to the thing. I have that.
But it came with Grimace, it came with Hamburglar, it came with all those things. But it was brilliant marketing by McDonald's, because you're like, hey, I can play McDonald's. Can we go eat at McDonald's? But I always wondered what happened to that, because when my mom passed away, I ran there. I'm like, where's the toys? Where are the toys? Because I knew I had some old ones, and I could never find it. But I always wondered, would that have been worth money?
You could look that up. Fisher Price McDonald's store.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's out there. Jay's probably got one for you if you want to relive. That's what a lot of his business is. Come relive the nostalgia of your childhood. So yeah, reach out to your boy and be like, hey, I got it. How much would you give me for a finder's fee? I may have found a buyer for your 1983. You want to pay for a kid's college? You want to buy a house?
Pete's a lot younger than I am. It'd be interesting to see if he had the 1983 one, because he would have been really, really young at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know when his collection started.
I didn't keep in, like, I just didn't. I played with stuff. My baseball cards. I constantly was shuffling my baseball cards.
But you know what? I respect that more, because you were supposed to play with stuff. The only thing that I wish I would have had, because I got it later in life, and you'll appreciate this, because he never signed stuff. It was really hard to get. But Bob Gibson was he had a golf tournament here to help baseball players from his era who didn't have any money, because the money wasn't there. So he would hold a golf tournament, and he gave all the media signed baseball. And I kind of knew, okay, Bob doesn't sign a lot of stuff.
That's
Bob's
a cool
not.
one.
Yeah, and he's since passed away, but he wasn't the nicest guy in the world. But, because he would tell us stories about how people would just send him baseball cards. Like, hey, will you sign this for me and send it back? He just threw it in a box, never sent it back. He's like, if you're dumb enough to send me something through the mail, you're not getting it back.
My buddy Gus, when I was growing up, that was like one of the things that he did a lot. He would mail baseball cards to the teams and ask for an autograph. And most of the time they mailed it back.
Really?
And I remember one year for my birthday, I was a Yankees fan, and I played second base. And for my birthday, I'm probably like 11 or 12. And Gus comes to me one day and he's like, hey, I tried to do something fun for you, but I screwed up. I mailed a letter to the Yankees to get an autograph of Willie Randolph for you, the Yankees second baseman. But I forgot to include the baseball cards, because that was part of it. You'd sent a letter, but you included the cards like Bob Gibson would steal. He mailed a letter and forgot to include cards, and Willie Randolph mailed me back a letter with 2 baseball cards signed. Yeah.
Do you still have them?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a good human being right there.
I always thought that same thing. Every time I heard Willie Randolph's name, I was like, that's really cool.
What year would that have been? What year would that have been?
88, 89, somewhere around there.
And if you think about it, he probably actually did it. Like today, your agents or your handlers would be like, you probably got a stack of them, do it, He probably actually read the letter, dipped into his Tops box. When we talk about rare cards today, and I know again, rabbit hole I never thought we'd go down, but now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Because do like players say, hey, if you're going to do a baseball card of me, I want a box of me by myself. So we all think it's a rare card that you get like an Ohtani rookie card in the foil or whatever. But can they say, hey, if you're going to make one, can I get like a whole box for myself? So there's more out there than we really understand or really know?
I don't think so. I'm going to reach out because normally our buddy Joe Knapp is listening this morning, and I'm going to see if Joe. I'm going to reach out to him real quick and see if he could call in real quick. Because I don't, Trav, I don't think so. Because now, man, it's such a specialized world in the card market now, where it's like you get there's pieces of jersey. And they're, you know what I mean? They're hologram, they're autographed. They're all sorts of stuff. So I don't think that they get that, but I do wonder if they, like what you're saying there, when you said Willie Randolph reaches into his box of Topps cards, do they have something like that? Like, do the guys get? I don't think so, because like my buddies that played minor league baseball, my buddy Jeff Lanning, who played minor league baseball, he would get stuff at the real estate office. He'd get letters from fans of a minor league team that found a card and sent it to him to get an autograph, because they're trying to get autographs of an entire series or an entire team or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how that card game works. Like,
I don't either.
Who the deal is set with? It's like, hey, is that a Major League Baseball deal? Is that an individual NIL deal?
Can I throw a fun conspiracy theory at you here?
Sure.
My friend says that this whole thing with, $133,000 Megatron toy, he says this is all a conspiracy. It's big toy. Getting you to buy 2 of everything. Buy one so the kid can play with it. Buy the other and set it on the shelf for the next 30 years. He's probably right. It's the Valentine's Day of toy conspiracies. And yeah, Tyler, I'm talking about Joel Lanning's brother, Jeff, who was an amazing baseball player and a fantastic dude, fun guy, and a friend of mine.
I can buy your conspiracy theory. Now, I don't think a lot of people would do it, because either that or those are just forward-thinking time travelers, right? You like...
The friend that sent me this, very forward thinker. And buddy that just sent me this, my buddy Ryan. He's my age, okay? We're almost 50. Dude, he just got shredded. Shredded. He looks like Jack LaLanne. Like, what are you?
We're talking like 12-pack, 6-pack?
Oh,
what are we
dude,
talking about here?
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to get a 6-pack before the summer. He's like, I've got 4 right now. I'm really working on it. I'm like, yeah, me too. So I'm going to get on the creatine, maybe get on some juice. You know anybody that does the clearing the cream? If you got a connection with Mark McGuire or Jose Canseco, or
I'd like to see you jacked.
See me? Yeah, me too. So would Courtney.
Oh, put it back on. Put it back on. Fred Hoiberg signs a 3-year contract extension with the Nebraska Cornhuskers yesterday. This after a 26-5 regular season, Ross. Runs him through the 2032 season as the Nebraska head coach. Here's a guy that Fred's journey at Nebraska has been interesting. I mean, in most cases, coaches would not have survived what he survived. I mean, this is his first real impactful season, right? I mean, I'd have to go back through the record, but I think there was, after like season 4, they're like, are we going to have to fire Fred? And they stuck with him. I think they stuck with him because he's a nice guy, and football was in a bigger mess than basketball was. It was like
you're missing you're nibbling around the one word that he had in his favor more than anything. Fred is a really nice guy. I think you're right. Expectation. He met and exceeded the expectation. And the expectation those first couple of years was, don't embarrass the program. Don't embarrass the university. We're a football school. Yeah, we roll the balls out and we do our thing. But don't embarrass the university. And then as things got more impressive, and honestly, only this last year has the expectation.
This season.
Yeah. Yep, that's the thing. That's the one thing that Fred had going for him more than anything, was the expectation was manageable, low.
Do you like and this is the typical athletic director reaction, you have that one good year and you automatically tack more years on to the contract. I get it. I don't think Fred was going to go anywhere, but it's a reward for the job well done. I saw somebody yesterday say, he just got lucky. There's no way he'll maintain this. And they may be right, but I also think that the style of play that he plays will be attractive to a lot of people. It'll be interesting to see how they do in the NIL market.
Yeah,
but
the expectations are going to change. To answer your first question, is will things change a little bit now? Yes, and we've talked about that ad nauseum. That is just fan behavior. Once you start winning, nobody wants to go, okay, that was fun.
We enjoyed it.
Thanks. Nobody did. That's not the way it works. Now, will he be able to maintain? We'll see. And sure, I find myself rooting for Fred. Hope he's able to avoid all the cell phones and deadly electronic devices.
Joe brings up a good point, and I've known this. We've talked about it a couple times. The expectation right now is just win an NCAA tournament game, because Nebraska is still the only Power 5 school that has never won an NCAA tournament game. That's amazing to think of.
This is going to sound strange because they never have one. Joe, you're absolutely right. That fact is true. If Nebraska wins one NCAA game, if Nebraska gets bounced out in the round of 32, then March wasn't a success for them. That's crazy to think, but that's true. They were a top 10 team throughout the year. There's a segment of that fan base that even winning one game, they're going to go, cool, that was fun. Here we go. We're a Sweet 16 team, right?
What happens, because right now, when you've had prognosticators say this team could win a national title, and there's been a couple that have said that, and I don't think Nebraska can win a national title. I don't. Do I think they can get to the Sweet 16? It all depends on what the matchup is, but they should win their first round matchup. But you're right. As soon as you get the win, you go, okay, what's next?
Yeah. That's what's going to happen with the coming years too. So I'm like Fred. No reason to root against the guy except for the fact that he's at Nebraska.
Tyler says, I hope they play UNI. Oh, that would be interesting.
Oh, in the tournament. Yeah. That'd be a good matchup. Yes. That's the type of stuff the tournament does for us.
That would be intriguing, wouldn't it?
That'd be a good, that could happen, Tyler. I could see that. Well, where's Nebraska going to be?
Probably a 3 seed. I'm betting a 3 seed.
Okay.
Now, if they made a nice run in the Big Ten tournament, they may be able to improve that, maybe by good jump up to 2, but I don't think because they fell to 11th I believe in the AP poll. I think they're going to be a 3 seed. And I don't think that would put them in a matchup with UNI. Though I'd love to see Ben Jacobson coach against Fred Hoiberg. I think that'd be a hell of a match. I do know this, because UNI is going to be on that 12 line, that 13 line. Nobody wants to play UNI. Whoever draws the Panthers is going to be like, oh, crap. At least a coach that is worth his salt will think that. Players might go, Northern Iowa, who's that? Coach can go, you boys better get ready to play.
But Travis, I think that's I kind of think that's just a cliche. Every team that makes it to the NCAA tournament is playing good basketball. In fact, most of them are playing their best basketball of the year. Even these 16, 15, 14, 13 seeds, they just won their conference tournament. And every coach in the NCAA tournament is worth their salt, and they're gonna. And I've never met a coach that undersells their opponent. I've never met a coach that goes, "Oh, UNI? Who we got in the second round?" So I think that those are kind of cliches. Like nobody wants to play Hofstra. I don't know.
But I think I say that about Northern Iowa based on what we know about Northern Iowa.
I agree, but my point is, I think that at this point of when you get to March, I do think some of those things are cliche of like nobody wants to play so and so. Well, nobody wants to play a 5 seed either. No, so anyway, I think that it just becomes.
No, I know what you're saying, but I think it's the local bias that we have knowing how good Northern Iowa is. Because when Iowa State gets a 2 or 3 seed or whatever they fall in, and they play Merrimack, or I'm just throwing a name.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, well, I mean, right away on your bracket, you're going,
yes,
pencil it in. But Big Ten tournament does start today. You got 2 games tonight. You've got Oregon taking on Maryland at 5 o'clock. That game's going to be on Peacock. And then at 7:30, you've got Northwestern taking on Penn State. Not bad. I mean, not good teams, but not bad games. I'll probably watch both of them. I won't be back in time for the Oregon game, but
you could get if you want to fly over to Chicago, you can get into the Maryland Oregon game for $4.
$4? Wow.
That same price for the Penn State Northwestern game must be a minimum. Now you want to see? I'm just looking at the ESPN schedule here. That's what I pulled up. You want to go down to Kansas City? You can see Oklahoma State and Colorado for $31 tonight. Most expensive ticket of the night belongs to Santa Clara and Gonzaga playing in Las Vegas, Nevada. $111 to go see that game.
That's expensive. Damn. If you could go to one college basketball tournament, what would it be? Would it be the Big Ten? Would it be the Big 12, ACC, SEC? And take your local bias out of it.
Yeah. You almost have to take your favorite conference out of it.
Yeah.
Big 12. You're going to see the best teams. That's a no-brainer. Big 12. Now, are we talking about location and we're going to add in all the other things?
No, and the Big 12 might be different for me. The best teams are obviously, but I think because I'm familiar with the party scene they have down, it's an event. And I've never seen what happens outside of Chicago. City. Yes.
I see. Okay.
You see what happens at Power and Light. And I know it's dominated by the Cyclones, but it's kind of like the College World Series, right? It's like, yeah, I can go down to the College World Series and watch baseball, but I hang outside the stadium because of what's happening. And I don't know if that happens in Chicago. I don't know if it happens at the other tournaments. Kansas City just does it right.
I was always envious, and maybe Cyclone fans. I'm interested to hear if that's still the same, if it's watered down, why it is watered down, if it has. But man, it seems like a couple years ago, maybe pre-COVID, everything changed with that. I was so envious of what Cyclone fans had down in Kansas City. I loved it. I thought it was so neat that every year they knew that there was going to be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday of good times. And then they own that, take over the city and take over the arena and take over the Power and Light. I always thought that was really cool. And I wished that the Big Ten would have kind of done something similar. Found a community, because Chicago, it's just lost in Chicago.
I would agree with you.
It's lost. And I wish that they would find a place like that and stick to it. Minneapolis. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know where I don't even know which city I'd pick. Des Moines. That's the city I'd pick.
Joe says 10 or 15, 20 years ago, the Big East tournament would have been hands down.
15, 20 years ago.
That's before you had all the conference shift and you had, the Big East was the basketball conference. And I still think it's a pretty good conference tournament. Doesn't the Big Ten go to New York next year?
Is that where it is? I don't even know. Don't even know. What how do you feel, Trav, about the what was the ladder style? Remember me telling you about the Sun Belt, how they do it? That the 1 and 2 seeds get buys all the way to the semifinal.
It's kind of like the old Wimbledon, where the previous champion automatically was in the championship. Like they just
I didn't know that. That's that's interesting.
They get buys all the way to the semifinals. So the 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then the 3 and 4 team are waiting in the quarterfinal. Like it's a really interesting thing to see.
I kind of like that because you're rewarded, especially at that level, when you know you're going to be a one bid league, right? You want your conference champion to get that NCAA.
I like it. The regular season champion is rewarded greatly for it. The problem came with the Sun Belt this year, and Tyler writes in the West Coast Conference does the same thing. But the Sun Belt got into a little bit of a kerfuffle this year because 6 teams tied for second, Trav. So the difference between the 2 seed and the 7 seed is drastic in a tournament format like that. You have to go from winning 2 games to winning 4 games. And there were 6 teams that were tied at 11 and 7 in the league. So anyway,
I would hate it for the Big 12 or the Big 10, but I think for these smaller leagues, it makes a lot of sense.
The one bid conferences, I think it makes more sense.
If you're done growing your family, a vasectomy may be the right next step. At Urology Center of Iowa, they offer a no-scalpel procedure designed to be simple, safe, and convenient. It's performed right here in Des Moines by specialists who focus on men's health every single day. So take control of your future with confidence. Visit URO.com. That's URO.com and schedule an appointment at Urology Center of Iowa. We see you. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
Hi, I'm Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus, and I want to take a moment to tell you about our Willis Automotive Pothole Special for the month of March. Take advantage of our 20% discount on the tire rotation, balance, and alignment through the month of March. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com.
Hey, Tanner with Liberty Lawn and Landscape here. It may be chilly now, but before you know it, spring will be here. We are now booking for spring, so get a hold of us to schedule your next project today. Serving the Des Moines Metro, we specialize in a variety of services such as retaining walls, paver patios, edging and rocking, and much more. Now offering 3D renderings to show you exactly how your project will look before beginning. Liberty is proudly veteran-owned and ready to serve you today.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiskus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbocks to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels, there's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland, Service Manager here at Mini of Des Moines. It's pothole season, which is why now we're offering a 20% discount when you purchase a tire rotation, balance, and alignment. Please give us a call or visit us online at miniofdesmoines.com to set your appointment.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hey everybody, spring is here, so it's time to love your lawn again. Liberty Lawn and Landscape Solutions does lawn care, landscaping, and more to keep your yard looking great all season long. Head to libertyLawnSolutions.com and schedule your service today. Fertilizer, grass seed, starting to green up a little bit.
Yeah, I see some green stuff popping up. That's nice. Again, beautiful night last night. Slept with the windows open.
Little cooler today, I think. It's going to be cold tomorrow, but now we're in that time of the season where it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I hate it when I'm like driving the car and I can't, like yesterday, I was driving home and it's like, okay, it's too hot in the car. So then you roll down the window, then it's, okay, now it's too cold. Now,
Goldilocks. I love it.
I am totally Goldilocks. Totally Goldilocks. Do you see that story about Jalen Smith? He's the first of like 26 people who are facing charges for point shaving, right?
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. He went ahead and he just pled guilty. I mean, he walked in and said, I'm guilty. They got him on wire fraud and bribery charges. There are some other ones stemming from previous convictions that he had, Ross. But here's a guy that he ran, a basketball thing, and I think it was North Carolina. I could be wrong on the state, but it got him access, and it started by basically fixing Chinese Basketball Association games, moved into the NCAA. Right now, 26 people involved. Smith was one of them. So now 25 are still facing, 39 players in total, 17 teams when it comes to the strong arming of betting. And even through all this, call me crazy, I still think sports betting should be legal. I do.
I don't think that's crazy, Travis. Your point is still valid. Having this stuff above board, it's going to happen. If you try to make it illegal, it's not like it goes away. You don't get to legislate the morality. Hell, even when it's above board, guys are still skirting the rules and cheating the system and doing all of that. It just is. It's just an unfortunate chemical in the water, man. Look, you go back, and fixing in sports has always been a part of it. It's always been a part of it. It's gross, and then it brings in this cloud of conspiracy. When is it real? When is it not? When is it fixed? When is it not? Who's in on the fix? A player, a coach, an outside entity, an official? Donaghy, what was his name? Right? I mean,
Yep.
So it does hurt. You watch it. And I don't know. I love it being legal, Trav. I think that it's better being legal. You're not going to fix it by making it illegal.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't have it legal, would we have found out about this?
I don't know. I mean, we found out about this stuff when it was illegal. So it may possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I think your point is valid that when it's legal, it's more likely that we're going to catch this stuff. Now, in this, if it's legal, we're going to catch stuff. Are there going like the Iowa gambling thing, which was an absolute farce? The witch hunt that happened to those young athletes that ruined a lot of young athletes' college careers. Is that like obviously an unforeseen circumstance? Is that like one of the I don't want to use any of these terminologies right now because we're literally in a war, but is it like a fog of war type of thing where it's
could be,
well, bad things are going to happen because we're trying to get it right. I don't mind it being, it's fascinating to watch. And I think anybody that's a sports gambler watches this stuff with a lot more intent.
Well, because just look at almost everything that's been deemed illegal. Remember when they put SMU on the death penalty? That was sent a message: don't cheat. You know what teams continue to do? Cheat. Performance enhancing drugs. Do you think people have stopped using steroids? Do you think there are people out there not using performance enhancing drugs anymore? No way.
Trav, when you were gone, Jerkson Profar from the Braves just got, for the second year in a row, just got popped.
Second year in a row.
And now he'll have to miss a full season. So he had to miss half a season the first time, misses a full season the second time, and now he'll get to come back next year and until he gets caught again, and then they'll kick him out.
And I do agree with fake Bob Vanderplatz, meaning, the prop betting is the insanity.
Oh,
because
there's so many chances for manipulation there.
Yes.
That's the one I think what we've seen isn't. Who was it that was getting in trouble for the prop betting thing specifically? Was that the Chauncey Billups thing? No. Theirs was the gambling.
Well, I think it was this Jalen Smith thing where you could do the rebounds, you could do points scored per game, all that stuff. The prop betting is where, because as a player, you can go, well, we can still win the game. I'm not going to influence the game, but I can influence my rebounds.
Yeah.
I can influence if I'm at 9 points and I'm scheduled to get 10 points a game. I could. That's an easy one. And if you go, hey, if we won the game, that's all that matters.
And Tom writes into Terry Rozier was the other one that was involved in that prop betting stuff. And you don't have your phone. I hate to rub that in, but Kluver did text you. He ran a marathon on almost no training.
God, I hate you. I hate you.
He said, I texted Trav, but forgot Travis doesn't have his phone. I don't think I could run to the car right now.
I can't walk up the stairs without going. I know I couldn't run to the car.
I can jog. I can do this.
Can you fast walk? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can look like I'm in a hurry. Walk with a purpose. I can do that. Run for like a long period of time. I think you'd have to have an animal chase me. I think I'd have to be afraid of something in order to run 26.
An animal chase you? What? Well, there's a lot of animals that would get you to.
What's an animal an animal that's enough to scare you into running, but not fast enough to catch me?
Ooh. I think everything could catch me.
That's the problem.
Everything.
Yeah.
Grizzly catch it.
I know. Listen, I don't want anything to do with any bears. Big cats, big snakes in general. What do we?
But you can outrun a snake, can't you?
Yeah. You know what? The snake might be the thing. I'd be scared enough of it to. You might have just hit it, Trav. Have a snake constantly behind me. What they could do is that thing that they did to you at the golf course that one day. They could clip one of those snakes to my back.
Just that PTSD set in.
I saw it.
I despise snakes. Despise them. But have you seen that Snake Island? Those things move when they come off the hill. Have you seen Snake Island?
What are you
There's
talking
like this
about?
island.
Snake Island.
Google it.
I don't.
There's like an island full of snakes, and they're like predators.
In Brazil?
Yes. Yes. This thing's real, man.
Shut up.
Dead serious. And they like hunt.
Even Kirby's mad. It's become famous for its abundance of snakes. It's a 106-acre island off of Brazil. It says the Snake Island is home to critically endangered venomous golden lancehead pit vipers. Why are we in Iran? Bomb this island. Carpet bomb this island. Now. Come on, Trump. Remember when we were a proper country?
We could solve this with one.
You want to bring the country together? You want to bring the world together? Everybody, don't worry. We got rid of the pit vipers. We did it.
But they're endangered, Ross.
We need Senorita Puffer here. Because the real name of the island is not Snake Island. But I want to hear this with a Spanish accent.
Well, but don't they speak
Ilha de Quameda Grande. Yeah.
Don't in Brazil they speak Portuguese?
Yes, they do. It's Portuguese. Thank you, Trav. Good call on that. This guy. The entire island consists of barren rock. Then how do they survive? I don't want to know.
I have no clue.
I don't want to know. Because they're snakes and they're the devil is how.
And like if you step, they know it, man. They come. They're
I
like
don't want to. Why'd you even
snakes.
tell me about this? That's crazy.
About 1 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to be like, I need a rabbit hole to go down. I'm going to keep going down Snake Island.
The snakes became trapped on the island thousands of years ago following the end of the last ice age. I don't want to know any more about this. I'm done.
Folks, what do you want to bet he's going to go down that rabbit hole later on? He's going to go down the rabbit hole later on, and tomorrow he's going to come on with much more knowledge about Snake Island.
I don't want to know any more about it.
Captain Kirk, why are you guys talking about snakes?
Because they're they're the animal that would help us run a marathon, Captain Kirk. Were you not paying attention? Tyler Kluver has an internal snake. He has an internal animal that constantly chases him and makes him go faster and do more. My internal animal is a sloth.
See, I'm glad this didn't happen when my basement flooded. Tyler says, our basement flooded. There was a snake hanging out from the ceiling. I run like a schoolboy. My wife grabs the fucker and runs upstairs with it.
That's a keeper, Tyler. That's a keeper right there. And I, by the way, would be with you. Snakes.
I'd be running too.
No.
When I'm mowing the yard and I see a snake, I'll go out of line to chop that thing up and send it right through the blade. And it's a garter snake. Are there venomous snakes in Iowa?
I don't know that. There are timber rattlesnakes in Iowa, I believe. But I don't know if they're venomous.
But their bite hurts. Ooh.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Did you see the story I sent you, Trav, about the controversy that was happening in the Paralympics with the curling stones?
Yes, I did.
2 of the 40-pound curling stones were stolen after the Olympics. Now, here's the problem. They needed those curling stones for the wheelchair curling competition. They got the 2 stones replaced. They have no idea what happened to the 2 of them. I thought the more amazing part of this story was that there is wheelchair curling.
Well, as you said, it's shuffleboard.
Yeah, they don't move.
I was watching.
There was a shot yesterday. Okay, and there's the reason I brought this up. One of the Canadian wheelchair curlers had like an all-time curling shot yesterday. So anyway,
we were watching, you and I together Saturday night. We're watching the Paralympics. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we were watching the
downhill skiing
of the vision impaired. And I'm like, what if your guide wipes out? I was actually more interested in the Paralympics than I was the Olympics. And I'm like, this is much more impressive to me than able-bodied people, because we're watching downhill skiing with people or the cross. Is it the biathlon where they shoot the gun?
Watched 2 things. We watched biathlon, which is where they cross-country ski and then shoot a rifle.
These people have no legs.
They were vision impaired. And so you've got a guide in front of you, and the guide wears like a bright pink vest, and it's got a big G on it. But yeah, and then some of them, they have microphones. They got like little Britney Spears wireless mics, and they're talking to the competitor. It was interesting to watch.
Crazy to watch.
Wild athletes. On both ends, by the way, the guides too. But the funny thing was, like the cross-country skiing with the biathlon, it was obviously very warm in Italy last week. And so they were wearing like shorts and T-shirts.
TJ Otzelberger is losing an assistant coach, Ross.
Yeah.
J.R. Blunt is going to become the new head coach at San Diego. He's been with TJ for 5 years. He was with Nico Medved at Colorado State, also at Drake. So, but one of those fast rising assistant coaches going to take this. I don't think that's an easy job. And I wonder how much you consult your, you wonder if he sits down with TJ and says, hey, I've got an opportunity here, right? And does a coach go, hey, it's a good move, it's a bad move? I mean,
yeah,
you would want that given to, because there are some jobs, if you want to be a head coach, it's like you get it, you win, you get out. Now, San Diego is a beautiful place, but
yeah, that's right. Not a lot of people want to leave Southern California once they've experienced Iowa winters. Trav, I think that you nailed it there. You have a friend, a mentor, a guy that's hopefully looking out for your career and your family and your future as much as you are. And look at what TJ did. Exact same thing. An assistant coach. Go to the Horizon League. That's where he went first with South Dakota.
With South Dakota State.
I'm sorry. And then
which was an established pro. I mean, you kind of knew that was a good job to take.
But one went to UNLV. Stepping stone. It wasn't a UNLV until when that job opened up, that the resume was sharp enough. So I think that the Summit League. I'm sorry, I said Horizon. Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. I think this is a good move, and I don't know anything about San Diego. I'm just guessing that what you just laid out is exactly what happened, where TJ said, listen, I did this thing. I went to step 1, step 2, step 3, and I think that this is a good step 1 for you. I bet that happened.
Because you could recruit to San Diego. You'd be like, hey, it's 75 and sunny here every single day. It doesn't rain.
You spent a lot of time in
Southern
California.
Not in California at all. I've been to San Diego maybe 2 or 3 times, but it's been a lot. Last time I was there was like the 1998 Holiday Bowl.
Wow.
So it's been a while since I've been to California. California, we'll probably visit there if and when. It shouldn't say if, because if it doesn't happen, he's going to have some upset sisters. But I'm just presuming that Owen will get married and it will be in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
because that's where Lizzie's from.
Start saving my money for a plane ticket.
You want to come to San Diego?
I like Southern California. It's beautiful. I like to visit. Did you see that they are moving? Speaking of Southern California, they're moving the highly anticipated Fanatics Flag Football Classic. Care at all?
No idea.
The flag football thing is not going to do it for me. I just can't imagine I'm going to get sold on this, women's or men's. The Fanatics thing is the Fanatics Studios is having a big deal. They were going to do this thing in the Middle East. It was going to happen in, I think, Abu Dhabi. But Trav, this is one of those things. It's an exhibition with 3 12-player teams. You're going to have Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. Saquon's playing in this thing. There's a bunch of dudes that are playing in it. And then, of course, Kevin Hart and Drewski are going to be your event hosts.
I'm kind of with you. I don't know. I'm going to have to see it to understand it. I mean, I know what flag football is, but will it be a draw for me to... I mean, why do we like football? Is it the strategy, or do we like it because guys get freaking mauled?
I think we like it because it is like we do with... I think we like elite sports because we like seeing people do things that we wish we could do. We like to put ourselves into those positions. We like to live vicariously through other human beings that we watch. And so it's fun to watch a young athlete do amazing things. I don't care to see Tom Brady wearing shorts and a t-shirt and
2 flags. Because what amazing, you can make an amazing catch.
I don't think it's going to do it for me. But they did move this thing from Saudi Arabia to LA. Don't know why.
Safety?
Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Safety might be a part of it. You know, Keith made me think yesterday when we were interviewing about the Iowa State gymnastics thing. You know, how Jamie Pollard said it wasn't financial. Wasn't it?
Trav, I don't think so.
Let me put a different part of financial behind it, meaning that I've been reading a lot of stuff from former athletes that are now coming out speaking about the condition, meaning they would have had to upgrade the facilities. It sounded like would have had to upgrade the facilities a lot to get them within what they wanted.
That's
what I financial.
Think. Yes, but I think that I'm just reading between the lines. I have no idea, and I've reached out to some people to see if we could get somebody who knows more of the inside information. So I just have to take the information that we've been given and try to decipher what you think is true on it. Here's what I think it is. I think that the financial aspect of it was an element, but it's not what put this on the radar. If losing money was enough to get your sport canceled, there'd be a lot of sports canceled.
That's true.
Okay.
Every sport, but basketball and football.
So there's a little bit of a backup quarterback philosophy in my head here. When you're the backup quarterback, the rule is don't be on the radar. Don't cause problems. Be here, show up, and then don't cause problems. And when you cause problems, we're going to cut you because there's 1,000 other backup quarterbacks. And my gut says that the gymnastics thing continue. And Jamie Pollard says, we tried to fix it, we couldn't. We thought we had it fixed, we didn't. We went back and did it again. It wasn't fixed. And it's something that's unique to gymnastics. I think there's something there about why when he mentions the parents and when he doesn't. He says, man, we were having problems for years. Notice problems almost a decade ago. Started putting some real special people, giving special attention to this specific problem. That involved people in the organization, the coaches, the training staff, and the parents. So when we went to get solutions, We brought in people from the coaching staff, the athletes, and the support staff. And we thought we had it fixed, but we didn't. It's so, I don't know. And not having those specifics leads to a lot of conspiracy theories, especially in that world of gymnastics, which has had some really strange things happen anyway. So I don't know. But I don't think it was just, hey, they're losing money, we got to come up with a reason to cut this program, because they could do that for a lot of programs. I believe Jamie Pollard when he says there were problems we couldn't fix, and we couldn't provide the same thing to all those other athletes that we did for our other 17 sports or 16 other sports, whatever it is. So I think that the money thing was maybe B or number 2 on the list. It showed up on the radar, and then they went, oh, and by the way, we're also losing money by doing this. And if we want to be competitive in it, we want to really fix all the issues, we're going to have to spend a lot of money to get back to par. So crap. Took our eye off that ball, or just whatever it was, that thing fell through the cracks. Those problems still persisted, and now we're gonna move on. It seemed really hard. Did you get to? I know you were gone, but did you get to see the Pollard? He released like about a 7-minute video about it.
Yep, I saw that.
It looked like that was hard for him.
Yeah,
he said, "I love this job. My favorite thing of this. I love parts of this job. This part sucks."
And it just comes down to who you believe, right? Because now you have student athletes saying, "Well, hold on, Jamie Pollard failed us. We went to him several times." Boy, so you start going, okay, who's telling the truth here?
Yeah.
Now that some of these athletes have done it anonymously, which I don't respect, and I know why you want to keep your anonymity, but at the end of the day, own it, right? Say, hey,
I can't. I don't blame them at all, Travis. We live in such a polarized world. You're going to get so much hate just by simply raising your hand and saying, Iowa State did me wrong. You're probably just a Hawkeye. That's what it really is.
Yeah.
You weren't built the Cyclone way. You're not a loyal son forever. And by the way, Hawkeye fans would do the exact same thing. So I don't blame him for saying, hey, I want to. And by the way, Trav, can all of this be true? Hey, we tried to turn this over to Jamie Pollard, and Jamie Pollard says they told us about problems 10 years ago. We tried to fix it. We couldn't. Man, that sounds like a human being owning it to me, but a lot of people aren't happy with it, and they still want more blood from Jamie. A lot of people, and there were people that are like, I've heard more people talk about, Jamie, I'm ready to move past Jamie now. Like, wow.
Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you had fun with us. We had fun with you. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on our social media channels. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter or X. And now TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiskus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
As winter turns to spring and the world comes alive again, one thing remains true. Potholes can really mess up your day. From busted tires to knocking your alignment out of whack, hitting a pothole can cause some serious damage. For the month of March, Willis Volvo Cars is offering 20% off pothole special. This includes tire rotate, balance, and alignment package to keep you on the road. To get scheduled, give us a call or head online at willisvolvocars.com.
Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Missing a quality, home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make? Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.